Well, welcome again to the 11th Annual Transforming the Teaching and Learning Environment Virtual Conference. As many of you already know, it's presented by Northeastern State University. And this session today is one of many we'll have between now and the end of the day on Friday the 14th. Once again, I'm Bob Hale. Once again, I'm your moderator. Keep in mind, we close caption all the sessions. All you got to do to see them is click on the closed caption icon on the toolbar at the bottom of the screen. As you can see, today's session is Grading Made Easy with Technology. We have with us Dr. Ahmad Sayed. He's an assistant professor of engineering technology, a member of the experiential learning team, and a former member of the teaching excellence team at Southeastern Louisiana University. Ahmad has been using innovative teaching approaches and utilizing several in-class activities and technology tools, and he's going to share a little bit with us today. So, Ahmad, let me turn it over to you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Yeah, we're fine. Ahmad, you frozen. Uh-oh. Just hang on. Yeah, Ahmad, are you still there? Your slide looks fine. The video's frozen.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Ah, there you are.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you great. So you can take off whenever you're ready.
Can you hear me? Okay, then I'll go ahead and start. It seemed that maybe something with the connection or Zoom itself has some issue. I'll keep the chat on my right side here. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ahmad Faid, as Bob indicated, and thank you everyone for joining me in this session. I hope you all can hear me now.
Yes, we are, lad. You actually sound pretty good.
I hear you just fine.
Okay, so I don't hear anything. So my mouse is kind of loading something. So I'll go ahead and to avoid losing some time. Okay, let's switch it again. Finishing as stop as shared window is closed. Okay.
So we do hear you, Ron.
Share screen. Hello everyone, I hope you can hear me right now. I'm trying, let me open the chat, where is the chat so I can see what's going on in the chat. Okay.
Oh, we hear you very well.
Okay, so we will be talking today about some of the grading tools. Quickly, I'll talk about, sorry for losing about 7 minutes from the session. So some of the tools I used in my career, like everyone, I believe, is using PowerPoint in their presentations. I use something called iSpring to switch PowerPoint to Flash. I use Camtasia Studio to produce videos for online classes and hybrid classes. I use something Office Max, which is something that's already retired by of Microsoft Office. And some of the tools that I'm currently using is the Gridscope, which is the tool that we'll be talking about today. I'm using iClickers. I used the online and the smartphone version of these. I use something also called paper clickers or plickers. And I'm sure every one of you like used one of these tools or something similar. I'll share with you also today one of the tools that is called that you can use it to quiz the class online and get the feedback right on the spot live on the screen, which is called Menti or Mentimeter. I'll skip this and ask you if you can please in the screen, in the chat box, 1 second, this is not active yet. So in the chat box, if you can please add if you used any technology tool in the class, whether for grading or assessment or maybe online activities or something like that. So I see someone said they used clicker in the classroom, which is something that you either use the physical clicker or use their app. They have an app called Reef or other app like for Turning Point or other providers. So, but today I'm sure that all of you, let me have a smartphone or a laptop right now. If you can go to your smartphone, go to menti.com. Let's collect some quick feedback from you. So what is the average number of quizzes? Like, I use a lot of in-class activities. I call them sometimes quizzes or maybe activities to quiz my students and like push them to learn while they are in the class. So let me see if this will work on the phone. So if you can go to menti.com and enter that code 870196. So if it's easy for you, can you please maybe share with me the number of quizzes that you do during the semester from 2 to 4? Okay, I see now someone said 21. Probably this is me. Okay, give it maybe 5 or 10 seconds. Okay, there's 2 who said more than 21, 2 between 5 and 10. So you need to go to menti.com and use that code, and they will give you these options, and you select one of them. Okay, so let's move forward. Like I see like half of those who responded, like they used more than 20, 21 or more quiz during the semester. And the next question I need to, I'm using a lot of embedded tools in my PowerPoint. It might take a few seconds to upload. Next slide. Actually, I have other tools, but they are not loading for certain reason. I have other quizzes or other. It's getting stuck here. Seeing that this Menti tool doesn't work well with Zoom. Okay, so like I was asking about, like, what do you think about grading? Like there was a word cloud that you describe grading in one word or short phrase. I know some of us might think that grading is something horrible. Some of you, I was asking also on these quick questions, like how many, what is the average class size that you teach? Do you use the teaching assistant or grader for your class? In some small schools like mine, we don't have teaching assistants, so we have to handle grading sometimes. We have like kind of average to medium to small class size. I have sometimes 35, 40 maximum, but I taught before 150 and 90. That was horrible in grading without teaching assistant or grader. So we all know that we have to the teaching process. You have to change the learning style, match your teaching methods to the learning styles of your students, and you need to use the correct assessment and give reflection and feedback on their work so that you can improve and you can produce better students for their career. So what I'm going to talk about is the grade scope, one of the grade assistance tool, which is they use AI assisting modules. It's they give it free for the first 5 instructors in any school. They got it through this offer, and any other instructor they get 2 free semesters. The first 2 semesters for free. They have to subscriptions. I use it with the free features and still working for me, and I can cut my grading time, and I can give feedback to my students without losing a lot of time writing or maybe meeting them and so on. So what do you think about grading? Do you think grading is important to be fast, or do you think we need to give feedback to our students? When you we use sometimes Scantron. If you use Scantron before, so you use it to save time in grading, but do you think can you do all the exams using Scantron with maybe just multiple choice? I know some colleagues who do Scantron even in graduate courses, but my view, I think I teach engineering. I cannot test every single aspects of my class and to make sure that we achieve the learning outcome with only the multiple choice questions. So how many of you used Scantron before? If you can add this in the chat, that will be great. So since I'm teaching engineering, if you are, when you teach with engineering, you have to, sometimes you have to explain equations, you have to give feedback about graphs, you have to show some extra explanation of why this is wrong, whether this is right. Also, when you do accreditation, we do EBIT accreditation for our school every 5 to 6 years. So we have to show some samples or some feedbacks. And this is something you cannot do it with hand all the time. But with the with tool like Gradescope, you can just like, it's not copy and paste. You just pick your rubrics and you customize them and you add them as you go. I'll show you this in few minutes on the tool itself. So you can, once you grade your paper, so you don't need to change your exams or homework. You can stay with the paper style. You just need to scan them as PDF, or you have your student take good images with them, or use some neat app like Adobe Scan, and then upload them to the app. And then once you grade them, you will add an extra sheet with all the grading rubrics and why they got extra or less points explained in the first sheet in the class. So this tool also, it can do code auto grading. We can grade C++ and other languages, and it allows for collaborative grading. You and other instructors or TA, you can grade at the same time and save your time without having any interference or any conflict. So you can also see the assignment statistics, and you can accept regrade requests from students online without having them coming to your office. You can save your office hours and make it like student hours and save a lot of time. So in the chat box, can you please let me know if you ever heard about this Gradescope or used it before, or if you use something else. I know there's tools like iCandy, there's other tools. There's learning management system quiz tool that allow you to reprogram the answers and maybe have feedback for every answer. Give maybe some comments, some feedback. I'll pause for a few seconds. So if you have any comments, if you heard about this tool, Gradescope, and excuse my voice, I have. So far, I have two who said they are not familiar with this tool. So anyone is using any grading tool, whether online or beside the Scantron? Okay. So Gradescope is a tool that was introduced about 5 years ago by a group of, I think, UCLA graduates, and they applied artificial intelligence. And now recently, about a year ago, they were bought by Turnitin, which is the company that used this software to find plagiarism and find the similarity in assignment stuff. So, but they're still doing a great job in this. I'll show you in a minute if you, in your browser, if you, or maybe I can share my other screen and then show you. I uploaded, let me show you something quickly. I uploaded a version of this PowerPoint on my Google Drive. If you scan this QR with your camera, with your phone camera, you will access the same slide. So I might divert from the slide so that I can show you the actual tool. So you can scan this, or I'll try to post the link later here as well. Okay, so if you go to Gradescope, you have the option to sign up as an instructor or as a student. I'll show you in a minute, like, you can sign up without losing yourself as a teacher. I created, like, sample course. I called it Grading Made Easy with Gradescope or with technology. And this is the course code. When you join the Gradescope the first time, they ask you for the course code. So I have the course code here that is generated, or I can include, like, add the roster myself by uploading my Excel or CSV file. So all what you need is just, like, the course code, and you add your name, email address, and to, again, save your email to use it as an instructor later, you can just use your email and then add plus any number at whatever domain.com or .edu, and then sign up. They will send you email so that you can confirm or activate your account and create a password. The only thing that I don't like about it that you need your password to be 12 characters. So you need to memorize it and have it somewhere in your safe. So once you create the account as a student, you'll be able to see the classes you are enrolled in. And if I already added you, or you have a previously account, they will ask you what class you are trying to join. They will ask you for the entry code, as I highlighted earlier. Anyone is willing to create an account right now? Shall I hold a few seconds, or shall I go ahead? Is anyone willing to try the account with this code? Okay. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show you samples of my work. So once you create the account, they'll send you email to activate your account and create a password. And this is one of the sample homework that I'll show you how we graded today. So this is a sample homework. All what you need to keep track with is the location of the name and location of the ID. Name should be sufficient, but adding ID will help the OCR tool, which will detect the name and ID and match them to a roster. You don't need to match names to papers. Once you scan your paper, or once the student upload their paper, it will match it to their names. If you scan it, then they will pick up the name from the name field that you mark yourself. Then you can have one question, one page, multiple questions, the same page, or the way you want. You can use the exact same paper quiz that you used before, but you need to let your student, you can allow them to upload, scan their work, then upload it, or you scan it. With my elementary classes, I collect the quizzes, or if it's exam, I have to collect it for sure. And then I scan it myself, and then the tool will detect the names and match most of them, assuming that you have a good or readable handwriting. So this is a sample that I scanned with the Adobe Scan tool. It will, I tell my students to use this tool to make it clean and use good lighting condition before they upload their homework after they fill it. And this is actually something that used through the phone. I tell them how to upload your homework, whether it's one page or more page, and you can find which courses you are participated in and upload your homework or your scanned file to that course. As I showed you, you can have an instructor account if you are one of the first 5 in your institution, and you can create multiple testing account by adding +0 plus a number to your account, then keep adding yourself as multiple student and test it ahead of time if you want to have some test runs before you try to be a student. So here I have one of the quizzes that I already asked my students to upload their assignment, or assuming that you upload your assignment or something, and it shows me that this is the due date and there is no uploaded assignments yet. I'll share with you my other screen now, which is one second. I'm trying to locate where is my here. So let me just share with you, new share. I'm sorry for the interruption. I'm trying to locate the NSU, which is new share, and I'm trying to locate here. Sorry for that. So now I'm here in my course. Takes a long time to switch. So this is my course. Like, you know, I have a Gradescope account here, and then I go to the course itself. You can create a new course anytime and add description. I already uploaded a fake roster with some names of a student. If you participated in the create account and use that code, your name will appear here. And if I go to the dashboard, I'll see this course doesn't have any assignment so far. I'll create assignment in front of you here, assignment, create assignment, and then it can be exam or quiz, which means you are the one who upload the homework. I'll click next, and then give it a name. I'll call it demo quiz, and select a PDF that include a blank version of that quiz. So I have here Gradescope quiz template, and then open, and then I'm the one who gonna upload the submissions, create assignment. Now the first thing you need to do, create the name field. So adjust this to match the name field using your mouse. Then create ID field as well to match the same field. They will try to detect it and match to the roster. And then you need to create questions, and you don't need to recreate any rubrics until you start to grade. I know some of us ahead of time, we have the rubrics, you know, what point, what part deserve how many points, but you don't need to create them until you start grading and add them whenever you need them, and you can customize them. And so I'll add the first question is this part here, move it. This is my answer area for the first question, and call it question 1. And then I can call it integration, for this is math. And then I can add sub question. I can tell the supposed to enter a constant. The supposed also to enter in the first part, I'll adjust the area. The second part, I'll adjust the area to be here. So they need to add the exponent correctly. So I'll give them 2 points, one for this, one for this. If I make this 3 points, the total will be 4. So the sub question will be automatically added to make up the total points of the integration question. So I'll make this 1 and 1, and then new question. So I have a second question, which is here. I'll just mark the field here where I need the answer. So this question is, I'll call it X. New question, it's geography. And then I have the field is already added here. I'll mark it here. And then this worth 2 points. New question, so I'll move it here, and this is multiple choice. I just need to view that. So this box, these green boxes will be highlighted, will show me only the contents while I'm getting that specific question. So this is, it's chemistry, and it deserves 2 points. And then once I create the outline, I save it, and then I need to select the file that contains the answers or the answer sheets. So I have demo quiz submission here, loaded my computer. And then Gradescope will take few moments to match these names with the roster. Click show. So if something happened, I scanned something by mistake, I can rotate specific page. I can even delete extra pages, or maybe add extra pages later. So this is submission number 2, number 3, and I don't know the names yet. So actually this is the wrong file. This is, I can tell this is Gradescope quiz submission, yeah. So I uploaded a wrong file. Now I can tell from the review here, this is not the correct file. I'll just delete that second file. Warning, delete. Now they are trying to create, here we are. So they created 20 submission here. All what I need to do is to say manage submission. It will take few seconds to match these submissions to the student names listed in the rosters. Now 5. You see, like I have most of them are matched. See the name here in the field matched here along with the ID, but you might find some of the handwriting that is not clear that will be hard to match, which is not the case here, but it happens sometimes. In this case, you can change name and match it from the roster yourself. So if it's already picked somewhere, you will find it sometimes grayed out. So you need to find that student, and then once you match all the names or they match automatically, you go to the grading phase. So now you can grade question by question, or you can grade student by student. I'll go with the old style. Next question, these are all the questions. And then here comes the AI tool. You can group answers by similarity, by the OCR. You know, some of them wrote half x squared, some of them wrote x squared. So they can group them based on how they look. And you just need to tell the tool that what are you getting to make it easy for the algorithm to work and find similar answers. So I need to group them. So if you have 5 students answer 1/2 x squared, you can just grade them at once and give them the same feedback and the same grade. You don't need to scroll through them 5 times and so on. So you can create multiple groups, or you can make maybe one group and some individuals, and they will assist you through that. So I'll review answer groups. So as you can see here, like you don't have to be expert in math, but you have, this is one answer. So they said 20 ungrouped answers. They couldn't group them. So I can say this, I will create group myself, and I'll call it none or no answer. Okay, and I can drag them here, this guy and this guy, then answer it. What else? This is also no answer. And then create, this is also no answer, drag it here. And then create another group for no, or another mistake, no constant, which is the one that doesn't have half at the beginning. So this is the first one, second, and third. That's it. And then create another group that have only x squared. So imagine if you have like 70 or 80 papers, they're supposed to do it. I think I might have selected the wrong option, but they should give you this with the AI rapidly. So I have x squared here. So x squared, once you, so this one is missing, another group missing. C, the final, the integration constant, which is, this is one of them, and this is another one. So this is, and these are the correct ones. So I can say new group correct. So these are the correct ones here. Drag one, you can just highlight them, hold shift and collect them, drag them here. So if there's some of them that doesn't have any group, this one belongs here, this one belongs here, this one as well. So you drag it, you can do it in one shot. Okay. Now you can grade answers. So now you start with an empty rubric with the first thing. You have two procedures to grade. If you go to setting here, settings allow you to do either negative grading you can do negative scoring or positive scoring. I believe positive scoring, you have to get every single item and add points. They add the points. You say you deserve 1 point for this, 1 point for this, and then they add them. But negative scoring, you assume that everyone by default get the correct answer. You just subtract the mistakes. So I'll stay with the negative scoring and say save. And then here, grade submission. I went to the settings, grade submission. Oh, I think I lost because I went through the settings. So now I have the groups. I didn't lose the groups. And then grade answer. I see the groups here. Grade answers. So this can work for math, for chemistry, for English. We having experiment here that we try to apply for English 101 portfolio, but it will need some adjustment to the how they submit their homework and the portfolio itself. We need to have a template to keep the name and questions in certain locations. So I need to add rubric. If it's this one is empty, so I'll say this one is no answer, and I'll subtract the whole point 1. So for the integration, this is the part the question say the constant, he didn't answer anything. And then I can next ungraded answer or next group. So this will grade 8 summation together. They will get 0. So I'll subtract 1 point from that 1 point. So if I mark it, they deserve 0 out of 1 point. If I rather like hit correct, they will get the full point. So by default, if you hit correct, you will get the full point. There is 0 subtraction. If you hit something else, based on how many points, you can say 0.5, you'll subtract this point from the total of that question. Then you go to the next ungraded answer. So if you are doing collaboration, if you have multiple people grading the same assignment, then you need to use next ungraded answer, not the next. Otherwise, you might be conflicting or grading the same assignment at the same time. So once I do that, I go to next ungraded group, which I have 4 submission here. They are missing the 1/2. So I can say this one, I'll just subtract 0.5. I'll type the details here, missing the 1/2, that resulting integration. Oops, I made a mistake here. So I should add a new rubric item, which is missing 1/2, and I can use the LaTeX. If you work in engineering or math, you can use these engine to write math inside here. So this says missing the, I should say fraction. See, it says 1/2. I can write equation using LaTeX. We use it in scientific papers sometimes. You might write full equation. You can say here 1/2. You can add x squared. When you move, it will show you 1/2 x squared. And then I said I need to fix this one to be 1 again. And this is 1/2. And then mark this one for this group. So that the second group, you don't mark the correct, you mark the no answer, but you mark the missing 1/2. And then you keep going. Now you graded 12 submissions. Now next ungraded answers. I have 1 more 4 submission that missing the constant C. I need to add another missing the constant C. And I'll subtract 1/2 here as well. So I'll mark this one and move forward. And then this one is correct. Just I have 4 submission that are correct. So hit correct and say next ungraded. There's no ungraded submissions after that. Now, when I say next question, you move forward to the next part, which is the exponent. So I'll grade it individually to show how it works if you go without groups. So here I'm looking for the exponent, which is the square here. So all of them did correct, mostly. So this is correct. Next ungraded. So if I see there is no answer here, I need to say no answer as well. So he lose the 1 point, and then next ungraded, so no answer. And then you can use your keyboard, the shortcut. This number means if I hit 2 in my keyboard, it will mark the second rubric. Then use my right arrow to go to next submission. Correct, and then right arrow in my keyboard. This is correct, number 1. Right arrow, correct, number 1. Right arrow, rubric number 1. Right arrow in the keyboard. So number 1, the square is correct. Right arrow, number 1, correct. I'm using just the keyboard. Number 1, next. Number 1, next. Number 1, next. This one is missing, so hit 2, arrow, hit. Actually, this is number 1, not 1 and 2, just 1. And it shows the progress here. I can show at any time whose submission is this. It doesn't display it. So this is this student. So I'm grading 17 out of 20. So I'll just mark this correct. So grouping, as you can see, much faster and will save you a lot of time, whether it's full text. So this is correct. So let me show you something. If I go back to next question, it will give me the second question, which was about, I'll use grouping as well. It's blank answers, multiple choice marks, actually math fill in blank. So I'm just filling blank. I used the wrong one last time, that's why I didn't group. Review answer groups. It will take a few seconds to group them. So I can see there is group 1 have 20, set 20, group 2. So I have 3 groups, some group said 12. So I just need to confirm the group. So review first group. So this is all. I can just look at them visually quickly and then confirm. Review next group. So they all look 80 to me. There is nothing wrong with the OCR. Confirm one more time. These are blanks, confirm. And then in grading, I can just say grade answer. So you'll get 3 groups containing 18 answers and there is 2 blanks. So continue grading. So if that is the correct answer, I say correct. The next ungraded answer. So I'll say missing. I'm sorry again, because I'm rushing. So I need to add a rubric. This is use the correct order of operations. And then I'll subtract 1/2 here and then keep going. I'll show you something here. When I scroll through the answer, these are blanks. So this is missing the full point. And then I can go to next. If I say ungraded answer, I have already graded all of them. Now it's 17 to 18 out of 20. I'm in the last or the third group. If I say next, and I discovered that this group, oh, there's someone who answered 2. And I need to modify this to reflect something else. I can say, I'll make this 1.75. It will apply to all those who have the same answer. So I'll click here. All those who have the same rubric, like selected before, will get 0.75 instead of 0.5. And it will apply to all of them at the same time. So I don't need to revisit my assignments or maybe to regrade grade them again. But I can go through them previous. So the 20 we said was correct, for example. I can go now previous. I can take a look. This guy took 0.75 off. He deserved 0.25 here. Previous group. So this group is blank, missing. They get 0. Previous group, you got 80, which is, I would say, I can add more rubric or link them to this. And previous. So if I'm okay, then next grade, ungraded answer. I'll go to next question and then assume that I graded everything. view review grades. Once you complete all the answers, we have a few minutes left. So I'll assume that I finished grading the 4 questions. They will show me the scores. Now I'm grading actually out of 5 because I have 2 and actually out of 4. So some of them got 2.5 and someone has no name. Someone, either one of you maybe participated or one paper was not matching. So I can fix it later. So, but I can see they have the answers. And once I'm okay with these, I need to do anything, I can publish them. And it showed me here the viewed, like once they view their grade, you'll be able to see the comments that I added to them. I have the option to allow them to see all the rubrics or only the rubrics that's linked to their mistakes. So if I say publish grade, this will be sent to these emails, and I have the option to compose. So it's published, now they can access this grade through their accounts. If I compose an email, I can send like a general email to everyone letting them know that this assignment is graded. Please go back to your account and check your grades and your mistakes. So I'll go back here. I'll show you that you can export the submissions and evaluations. You can see statistics about different questions. So I can go by questions. So I can go here. There's more options. So I can download the grades themselves as to Excel. I can download, export the submissions, which is all the PDF files as is, as they submitted them, because sometimes they uploaded themselves, you don't have the PDF copy, you might need them for the samples or for your accreditation. Download submission. Or you can export the whole evaluation. I'll show you sample in few seconds. So at any time you go to your main class here, see you have the quiz, and you see you have 20 submissions, you graded 60%, but you already published the grade. At any time, you can accept regrades. You can unpublish it anytime. You can click, and if you discover that there's something need to be done, you can click more and unpublish grades. They are not ready to be viewed yet. And then any student can access the account, and they can see in the side, like they got what they got for each question. So they can, you can download the original, they can download the graded copy, which is the copy that have, see, this is the graded copy. They show them, this is their name, the first question. So he got 0 point subtracted in the first question. He got 0 subtracted in the second question. And here I'm showing them all the rubrics item that I posted. And then it shows the original paper that he submitted. So let me go back here. One more thing that is good with grading, I'll go back to grading. Next question. Go back to grade again, assume that I did a mistake or I need to regrade them. You have these tools. Whatever annotation you add here, you can type something if you use a tablet with a pen, or you can add a text. You can write something not correct. Review rule number, whatever. So you can add these things here, and you can erase them if they are not right. So you can add like different boxes. You can just use the pen tool to move around the pages. So even though they display the current question, this box, I'll erase that. So this is the current question, this highlighted box, but I can use the pen tool to skim or maybe move around or scroll up and down to see all the questions. I think by mistake, I rotated the page. So I can save that view. So every time I go to the next question or next student, I can see the same page. So the other thing, I'll conclude with this part and leave a chance for questions. So if you want to go question by question, so I'm here in the first question, I'll go back to the standard view. So question only, and then I grade that question for that student. I can go from here, this is student number 18, which is Dale Long. So I can go to here and go to his second question and give him the grade. It's not graded yet or not grouped. And I can grade it and move forward. So I'll say, and then I can move to the third question, geography, for the same person. This is, well, actually I have to, I'll go back to the constant. So I'm in student number 17. If I go to exponent, yeah, I have to grade them or group them first. Since I skipped the grouping, they will go from number 1. So I can go to the second question or any one of the questions here. It's moved to the second question, actually the third question or the fourth question, if they are already grouped or you selected the option of grouping or ungrouping. So at the end, you can download when you are done. So you can go here, you scroll through these options. You start by, I'll go back to the home to conclude what we did. Here you have your course. In the dashboard, you can see how many homeworks you have or what need to be graded. Is finished grading here, and you have the course code appearing here all the time. You have the assignments. It shows all the assignments, not only the one that is not graded. And then you can, the good thing, you can duplicate assignment. If you have assignment from an earlier course that you did before, you can get that assignment with its assigned rubrics. You don't need to write the comments again. It will come with even the layout of that. Let me get you another one or one from here quickly. Duplicate. And then let me open it. I'll show you this comes with, I'll go to the outline. Shows me this is multiple page. It was actually exam. It takes some time to process it. Here's my exam. I'll try to make this smaller. So here's my exam where I have the name region. I have also the rubrics for all of these already added. So if I have all the questions marked already because I export or got it from duplicate from a previous course or other assignment. So you can at any time also when you grade, if I decide to grade this one, so I'll go back here to the other course, leave, the other assignment, grade summation. And then next question, you display all, I'll try to assume that they are review grades and publish them again, or they are published. So if you get a grade regrading request, it will appear in your dashboard here, and you can revisit that question. You'll see the question where they mark it, what they need, and you can write another comment to accept their request. So I apologize again for the mess that happened at the beginning, and we lost a few minutes. I was rushing to try to at least finish one assignment. So I'll go back to my slides so that you can. So I have all of these steps explained in my slides, but I prefer to do it in action. And I'll be more than happy to get you. So I have this barcode, a QR code that you can use again to scan and to get the sample quizzes and the slides themselves. So if you have any questions or comments, please, I would love to, excuse me.
Well, thank you. Do we have any other questions for Aman? I don't see any. I think you covered it really well. I don't know, Ahmad, can you hear us or me? Anybody?
Yeah, the slides are already, I'll try to give you the link of the slides to add in the chat here. It's in the QR. 1 second, let me get it for you. Here's the link for the slides. This is the folder that
Okay.
include all the handouts and the slides.
Okay. So I feel closure. It's almost 4 o'clock.
So I'm sharing right now the link for
Thank
the
you very
slides.
much.
I made it private by mistake. And here's my email if you
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. We got Monday.
Thank you again for
down. We
having
got
me,
4
and I
more
hope
days of the
you,
conference.
I'm sorry again for the mess, and I
You're all
hope you
there.
learned something new, and I encourage you to try something like that. And you have a lot of, I think plans, like, you know, so far I'm using the free, but you can get like, you know, either maybe like we have institutional subscriptions or other ways you can get more advanced feature. Thank you again.